and welcome to this tiny, unassuming alley right here in Tianjin, China. Today we're here to talk about alcohol. Yeah, alcohol. Alcohol isn't just something that lets you cut loose and unwind from a hard work week. It's been a prime instrument in the development of human culture since that first monkey ate the rotting fruit off the ground. It has spurred the development of language, the arts, and the religions of us all. If you know where to look in the progressions of human history, the establishment of the agrarian culture, and the origins of writing itself, you can find a direct link to alcohol. It is truly amazing. Okay, the oldest solid evidence that we have of an alcoholic concoction comes from right here in China and can be dated back to Jiahu, China, where in 7000 BC, farmers were fermenting a mix of rice, grapes, hawthorn berries, and honey in clay jars. Early Chinese emperors even had ornate bronze drinking glasses for consuming the rice wine that they were making. Today, it remains an intricate part of the society right here in China, and it is just simply everywhere. The Chinese word for alcohol is jiu. Not only has this the same pronunciation as the words for longevity and forever, but it also sounds similar to the characters for ownership. Therefore, it definitely plays a huge role in the Chinese people's love for auspiciousness. The spirit of Chinese alcohol drinking culture, it dates back thousands of years, and over the course of a millennia, countless Chinese have held steadfast and have pushed themselves to make the best spirits and alcohol and beer and everything the best possible, always trying to improve the technique. And that, my friends, is why we are here today. I'm going to introduce you to a man that has gone to great lengths to produce the best damn craft beer that you can find in China. As a matter of fact, it's become so popular and is so damn good that it's about to get canned and sold all over China. Let's head inside and see for ourselves what the buzz is all about. All right, we'll see you inside. Come on. Here today, Steve. I'm really excited to find out about the brewing process. Yeah. So, tell me a little bit about what you've got going on here.
Well, we established the place early 2016.
2016.
So we almost hit our 3 years mark.
Oh wow, congratulations.
Yeah. And then we just want to have a cool place for Tianjin. That's all. Because I'm from Tianjin. I love Tianjin. And Tianjin is cool.
Yeah, oh yeah, Tianjin is an amazing city. Now, it's my understanding that you lived in America for a while. Is that where you learned all this? How did you learn how to do all of this?
Yeah, so I used to live in the US for 8 years. So I started drinking craft beer in the US. Because,
of course, yes, we have a lot of that.
Exactly. And then, I just realized, beer can be so different and so good. Not like every day, like Qingdao, those kind of stuff. So, of course, start drinking, then I get into a home brew, and there's a lot of home brew society around, neighbors, friends.
Now home brew, that's when people are actually like brewing in their closet, something like that, right?
Yeah,
I see.
Pretty much, yeah. Like
okay.
5-gallon tank, you make maybe 60 bottles, enough for your friends every once in a while. So I start from there, then I quickly jumped into a commercial brewing, so I was an apprentice in one of the craft beer brewery. So
whereabouts?
Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville, Tennessee, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I worked there for free, but in return, I got free beer.
Of course, that's a great bonus, yeah.
Yeah, and so in the US, like $5 a beer, that's pretty good, so I can take as much as I want. So from there, probably 4 years in the US, and then my job transferred me to Hong Kong. So I work corporate. Then when I have a spare time, so I also work in the brewery in Hong Kong.
A brewery in Hong Kong. Which brewery would that be?
It's called Black Kite.
Black Kite. Now, is that another craft beer?
Yeah, it's a craft beer. It's based in Hong Kong and owned by two brothers. I mean, they're pretty cool guys. So I go there, I help out in the weekend, and then same deal, free beer.
Free beer. Why not?
Yeah, exactly. That's all I want. And then after a while, then my wife would keep encouraging me, saying, okay, why don't you have your own place, brew beer? So
why not?
I thought, I just like to drink, I make, but I don't want to have my own bar, this, that. However, situation happens, and then from my work, I deal more with China nowadays, so I need to come back. Then I was selecting different places, Shenzhen, this, that, but finally I said, okay, if I want to do it, I'll do it in Tianjin.
Of course, your hometown, that would be the place to do
exactly.
it. Yeah.
So that's how all the story evolved, and then we get back, we start. In the beginning, we don't care. We just say, okay, we're gonna do the right way. If the market take us, great. If they don't, it's okay. Just for us, for friends, whatever. But surprisingly, the market really liked about this. So that's where we are right now.
See, personally, I'm not surprised because you started this with the intention of really, honestly, I know you and I know you pretty well, and I know you started this for you and your friends. And the market did take off because I think what you did is you dedicated yourself to this in a manner in which you didn't care to become super great and super successful, which means that you put a lot of care and attention in to making sure the craft brews were the best they could possibly be. Now, given that where you came from, rumor has it is you're starting to can your own beer now, and you're gonna be putting that around China. Tell me, I heard some things. You got some places in Shanghai, but just tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so for us, it's every year over year, we keep growing, and then now we kind of in this crossroad. We cannot fulfill the demand of the people. Yeah. So for our brewery, it's beautiful, fantastic. It's only small. It's only 300-liter, system, 6 fermenters, small. People from Shanghai, Shenzhen, Beijing, industrial people, they say, okay, why don't you have your beer here?
So they want you to bring your beer to their location.
Of course. And then, we have a lot of travelers, tourists, they come here, they have a great time, they want to have we brewery beer in their own city, but we cannot. License issue, ABCD. So now we, basically like everyone else, we start from contract brewing. So we found this big, new, pretty nice facility in Yantai. So we brewing there, our ingredient, our recipe. I go there, oversee the brewing process, everything. So we're gonna put it in a can. That's more accessible for people.
Sure, you can put it all over the market,
Yeah. So for now, we have I'm not gonna announce right now, but we have a few places in Tianjin, 5-star hotel, some live house, some beer special bottle shop in Tianjin, and then also very popular bar in Beijing, and then possibly Shanghai and Shenzhen.
Yeah, I saw you were working in that direction with Shanghai and Beijing and whatnot.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see where you're going to go with this, and I want to see what the brewing process is all about. So how about you show me around and see how we can make beer. Now, we're not going to set this up in our garage, but this is how you make beer, and I want to see what's going on. So let's check it out.
All right, let's go. Now it's the step 1. So basically what we're going to do is we extract the sugar from the malt. So we call this mashing.
Mashing.
Yes.
Mashing. Okay, this is the mashing part.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So for this batch, maybe you can do the job.
You want me to pour it in there?
Yeah, why not?
All right, let's get to it then.
Right, okay.
There we go.
Yeah, well, congrats. Now you're a brewer.
Now we're a brewer, huh? All right, I think it takes a little bit more work than that, but let's see. Let's see what happens. All right, so in between the brewing process, we're going to go check out the neighborhood. Where are we going, Steve?
Right next door.
And what is next door?
You find out.
right, so what are we doing now while we're waiting for the mash to finish?
Well, there's no better thing than drinking.
Well, that's great. This is the Piglet's Kiss?
Yeah.
Tell me about Piglet's Kiss.
So this is a smoked ale. So we use a beechwood smoked malt, so creating this smoky flavor just like a piece of bacon.
That's exactly what this is. This is liquid bacon. Oh my God. So Piglet's Kiss, you just randomly came up with that because of the bacon thing, right?
Yes, piggy.
And what do you got there?
So this one is our new brewer called the Homie's Credit. So
Homie's Credit. What's up with that?
So once there's one guy, regular customer from Czech, so he asked me a question, said, okay, Steve, why beer is bitter? So I say, okay, because hops, blah, blah, blah. He said, no, you're wrong. I said, what do you mean you're wrong? He said, because beer is like life. Life is bitter. Then just continue drinking. Alright, so what we do right now is called the Wanderlust. So it's I think it's a German word called recirculate of the beer. So now we take the wort out and then put back on top. This way we're gonna create a very even we call it the green bed. So all the malt gonna stay in the bottom. The beer will get clear. That's it.
Shock to my system, a strange new addiction got me down on my knees. Need a remedy, please be the cure. I've got you running in and out of my mind. I've got you running in and out of my mind.
And here we are now for one of the money shots. We're going to sit down and check out the Wee Burger, which I have to admit I have had countless times, and I'm a really big fan. Okay, but before we tuck into that, I want to talk about the beer, because this is a brewery, and that is where I'm going to focus first, all right? This is the Broken Compass, and it is by far my favorite beer here at Wee Brewery, and I'm so happy that it's been a consistent piece of the menu for so long. Why is it called a Broken Compass? Well, it's called a Broken Compass because it's an IPA. And if you know anything about IPAs, you've got to know that IPAs are the beer that English people tried to bring to India when they were trying to colonize the world and become a dominant empire. All right? In order to do that, they had to add extra hops because hops is a natural preservative. So that's why they have such a bitter taste, is there is so many hops. Okay? But this one is called Broken Compass because it's assumed that their compass got broken and ended up in a very distant land and not India, something tropical, something more over what is actually intended. And that is what this beer actually is. It's better than what you would intend to find with your normal IPA. It's got an aromatic type of feel to it with touches of pineapple and mango and stuff like that. So obviously this English ship got lost somewhere in a tropical climate, and it is, like I said, my favorite one on the menu. So let's just tuck into this before we get into the burger. Oh, God, I cannot tell you how many of these I've had in my life. Okay, so check it out. This is the Wee Burger, and this thing is amazing. Now, it's just not your average burger. A lot of detail has been, paid to what's going on with this burger. The patty itself is huge. I mean, it's much bigger than your average burger that you would find anywhere. But one of the key things that I find so interesting is that these buns are not your typical buns. These buns are handmade and designed to go with beer. Actually, malt is used. The beer from, Wee Brewery here, it's malt, is used to make these buns. So that is something really special and gives it a really rich and great flavor. And then you've got the Cajun fries here. Actually, they're not Cajun. I was mistaken. I would call them spiced fries, actually, because it's more of an intricate balance of different flavors that creates something that you just can't find anywhere else. Now, I'm going to tuck into this right now, and I want to show you guys what's going on. So let's just see what this is all about. Look at this. Look at that. Oh, it's dripping. That's beautiful. That is exactly what you want to see when you go into a burger. Look at that. The juices are just everywhere. It's so damn fresh. All right, it's got a slice of bacon on there with some cheese, and I'm ready. Are you ready? Because I am really ready. Now, I have to tell you, this is not my first time tucking into one of these, but every single time I do, I am so thankful for it. This is, look at that. See that? See that? That's what you want. That's what you want from a burger. You want it to be messy. Try to put this thing down once you pick it up. It's going to be impossible. Unbelievable. All right. I'm going to wolf this thing down, and we're going to get back to the rest of the brewing process and show you a little bit more about what Wee Brewery has going on. Until then, I'm going to drink this beer and eat this burger and just be completely satisfied.
So this step is mash out basically all the malt, got to extract the sugar out of the wort. So I use this right now. So I just take them out. It requires a lot of strength, power. Yeah. So that's always a fun part. And then for those malt, we reuse those for our hamburger buns. So it's high in protein, high in fiber, no sugar almost. So it's really healthy. So the burger you just ate, it's actually good for you.
Alright, so now we're going to mash out and get all of this wonderful smelling stuff. You have no idea because it's film, but this stuff smells amazing. Let's get that stuff out of there. A small part of me just wants to sample some of that. It just smells so good. Wow.
So we're gonna call this one a test unit. So we got a bunch of sample from the hop company. So we're gonna just add everything in.
Pacific Crest Blend, HBC, Mosaic, Cascade, Simcoe, Citra, Laurel. You're gonna add all of these to one beer and just see what happens. That is great. Test away.
Now that's the magic happens. We add a hop in the beer.
Alright man, show us what it's about.
It's just like that.
That stuff smells dang awesome.
Take me down, come on, take me down, then take me down, come on, take me down, then take me down.
right, and thanks for joining us here at We Brewery and discovering what it's all about to make excellent craft beer. And if you like what we're doing, click subscribe or leave a comment. And don't forget, you can only have a valid opinion after the second bite, or in this case, the second glass. All right, we'll see you guys soon.